What is going on, everyone? Thank you guys for joining me in this next video. I'm going to be showing you guys how to slice your first model. We're not going to be printing it, so please do not send this to the printer yet, and do not try and print it. I don't want you to damage your printer. But guys, I'm going to be telling you the very basics of easy mode and what these basic settings do and what they mean in order to get, in order to understand what's going on. So at the very beginning, I just want to let you guys know you have some tabs up here. You have the slice tab, the preview tab, and your device tab. We're going to be operating in the slice tab right now, and after we're done setting our settings, we're going to go to preview, and I'll show you from there. But anyway, guys, easy mode just has four basic settings. If you go over to expert mode, there are hundreds, literally hundreds of settings, and this is for another day. So guys, what layer height is how thick a layer of plastic is whenever you lay it down. So every time your nozzle moves along the print bed, every single time plastic is coming out, it is putting out roughly 0.2 millimeters thick of plastic. If you change this to 0.1, when your nozzle is moving along the print bed, it puts out 0.1 millimeters thick of plastic. Now what that means is the smaller the layer height you go, the more detail you have. So at 0.1, you have more detail than 0.2. As a matter of fact, you have double the detail because it's half as thick. And that means you also have double the print time. So if I, for instance, have a model that is 0.2 millimeters thick and I have a layer height of 0.1, I have to lay down 2 layers in order to get the full model. If my model is 0.2 millimeters thick and I have 0.2 millimeter layer height, I only have to lay down 1 layer until my model is done. So you have 2 times the amount of layers whenever you move down. Guys, for all intents and purposes of this video, please use 0.2 millimeters. 0.1 is a very, very bad option. This should not be here, and Anker needs to remove it immediately. It definitely should not be there, so stick with 0.2. So with Infill, guys, everything that you're 3D printing is essentially hollow, except the infill is a certain percentage of material on the inside. So if you want 0% infill, what you're gonna get is literally a completely hollow object. There's nothing on the inside. And then guys, come back up here to the slice tab. If you change this to 10%, what you're gonna see is there is 10% material on the inside of this model, and this slicing software is just going absolutely crazy with me trying to move the camera. But there's 10%, and it's mathematically calculated. It might not look like 10%, but that's 10%. So if we come back up here to the top left and we slice now at 30%, this is not gonna look like 30%, guys, but point is, the higher your infill, the more material on the inside of your print you will have. And I'm really fighting the camera here, but I think you understand the point. So what I want to do is I want to show you guys something cool that you can do to really visualize your model, if I can stop fighting this camera. So go back to slice, and I'm going to put this back at 10%. Now whenever you click the slice button, you're going to get an option over here on the right. That's saying you have 80 layers, and what you're currently viewing is layer 80. If I move it down, what you're currently viewing is layer 79. If I move it down, you're currently viewing layer 78. And also I can move this one up, and then I can click this green bar. Well, it's not letting me do it. However, you can see certain slices of your model, layer 27 to layer 65. Generally you won't do it like that, but you'll click just go up, and you'll see what your model looks like on individual layers. Now guys, you can also stop here, and then if you want to move your camera up, you can come down here and actually click this play button, and that actually shows you a video of what the nozzle is going to do when it gets to this layer. And so you can see all these purple lines are infill lines, and all of these orange lines, if you look on the right, they're outer wall lines. You can't really see it very easily, but this line, that's a gray line, that's an inner wall. If I go ahead and turn the outer wall off, you can see the inner wall. If I go ahead and turn the infill off, the infill is still there, it's just not being shown. Now if I go ahead and I turn off pretty much any of this stuff, guys, it's still there, it's just not being shown. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back up here and do slice, and I'm gonna show you guys what, and I'm just to go ahead and delete that. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what global support is. So what support is I'm gonna go ahead and slice this without support, and you're gonna see now that I've showed you how to look at individual layer lines or individual layers, you're gonna see right about here that the nozzle has to print over thin air. Eventually, you know, this camera really could be better, but the nozzle is literally printing over thin air right now. That is impossible. So that is what support is for. What support does, and I'm gonna go back up here to slice, and I'm gonna enable this, I'm gonna reslice this. What the support is for is it recognizes what is physically impossible to print. No matter how hard you try, you can't do it. The support this global support recognizes what is physically impossible, and it produces this material on the side. You can see right here, this is support material. It's a throwaway piece of material, so that once it gets to this layer right here, it can actually print it without the material just floating over mid-air. So you can see it's now printing on that support material. Now, whenever the model comes all the way up here and it's done printing, all of this support material that I'm turning on and off right now, you're gonna rip that off of the part and you're gonna throw it away. It is intended to be thrown away, and there's no way around it. If I want to print this model, I must use support. And so that is what the global support is for. Guys, generally speaking, you need to have a support on something that has a 45-degree angle, or you know, if it's a 90-degree angle, obviously turn the support on. But guys, pretty much what you want to do when you're learning is just go ahead and turn this off. Go to the slice, and then before you print it, just take a moment, look at every layer individually, and then see, is there something that's literally impossible? I mean, it doesn't take that much to really consider what is impossible. Go ahead and drag this down and say, yeah, you know what? That's not possible. I need supports for that. And then you're gonna go back to your slice and you're just gonna go ahead and turn it on. But guys, you know, it's just gonna be a learning curve. Put something in. If you think it's possible, try and print it and see if it works. If it doesn't work, you'll remember that for next time. Anyway, guys, I've shown you the slice tab, the preview tab, and I've shown you how to view a model. I've shown you what these different lines are, and what the walls are, what the infill looks like. I've shown you how to look at what the actual nozzle is doing. So I'm gonna leave you here, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. If this was helpful, please leave a like and a subscribe, put some comments, and let me know what you want to see. Let me know what you're having struggles with. Hopefully I can help you guys out. And guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye.